My name is Dave Aldrich, a Piper Cherokee 140, the early version. Overhead crank trim, no hand, no foot brakes. Doesn't get any simpler or more pleasant to fly.
Hi, I'm Mike Denon. I own a 1968 Cherokee 140 with the 160 STC on it.
Just basically more performance. The Cherokees are not known for their speed, but I was looking for a little bit more performance and a little bit easier and cheaper to maintain exhaust system. It turned out that the original Cherokee system, as produced by Piper, is difficult and expensive to maintain. The parts don't fit all that terribly well in some cases. Some of the mounting brackets and the hardware and stuff are sort of iffy. The Power Flow is better in that respect. And
I've been looking at it for a long time. I eventually wanted to take the plane out west, wanted a little better performance, but the old exhaust broke. So instead of replacing it and having to replace it again, I decided to go with the Power Flow. Yeah, I figured the 140 is never going to be a fast plane, but if I can get a little faster rate of climb to outclimb terrain, that would help. Really well. First thing I noticed on the first flight is I fly out of Albert Wooded, and I think I broke ground on runway 7 before the second Alpha taxiway, which is probably maybe 30% better than normal from what I was experiencing before.
Okay. What did your rate of climb go up?
Quite a bit. Usually on the cool day, the best I've ever seen is 800 by myself. I think I've done 3 or 4 flights in cool air, and I've seen it as high as 1,200 feet per minute. So that was a considerable improvement. Plus, on the extended climb, it wouldn't drop off near as quickly, because usually I get above 2,000 feet and it would drop below 400. And I was in the 500 to 700 range for probably up close to 4,000 feet.
Great.
So, huge difference. It was funny, I was flying with a friend of mine, and he mentioned that I had dropped the RPM back from probably 200 or 300 RPM in the pattern. And I said, that's because it was going so much faster, I could throttle back. So
I think in the 10 or 12 years I've owned it, the overall maintenance cost has been significantly less because I haven't had to do anything to the exhaust system except for take it apart every year for the annual and put it back together. Nothing's broken. It's wearing well, and I think I've saved enough either fuel or time to justify the overall expense of the thing. It wasn't a cheap purchase. But I knew that going in, and I think I've got my money out of it. So I've been very happy with it. You'll get paid off. It's not going to be like a 2-year capital investment payoff, but if you're going to keep your airplane for 5 or 10 years, it's worth the time and the effort and the money.
Especially if you have a Cherokee 140, I would definitely look into it. It makes a big improvement in utility of the plane. And I'm really interested to see how it's going to behave in the hot weather this summer. That's usually when we got the worst performance. So I'm expecting good things.